I'll say this, like in the US or in Europe or in Asia, you get to witness the journey between someone designing something, someone actually building something, and that something actually being used in the society and probably become like almost everyone uses it. We do not have those stories here. If we make this one work, it's going to be also an inspiring story.
So as you see, my father is very good in cars business, like all the cars business. When I grew up, I didn't know like I could use these materials to make anything. But this time I know like this one doesn't work in the car, but you can use it to make something else.
My name is Bernard and I make this machine. It's a hacksaw, pedal power hacksaw for disabled people. Then I came up with the idea you can generate power from bicycle because there's a small generator for the lights. Maybe we can make something also small.
You can make something from scratch, like from your own. That is something that I came to realize when I went to D-Lab MIT for the first time.
We really started doing the type of co-creation that we do now when we began doing the International Development Design Summits, and that began in 2007. And we had this dream of just bringing together all these, wonderful people that we had been working with in the field, as well as students, as well as, technology experts, and just people who were interested in international development. A lot of my work is in the realm of teaching people the design process so that they can create solutions that improve their lives and livelihoods, and I do that in many countries around the world. So creative capacity building began in 2009. The participants choose a problem that they would like to solve, something that is a challenge in their everyday life, where the solution can impact their life and improve their livelihoods. Then they start thinking of ideas for solutions for the problem, and after that, they choose the best idea so that they can go forward and build a prototype. Once you make something, you know you can solve your problems.
That is why I realized like maybe I can use the D-Lab material to teach other people in my country.
Okay, beautiful. Yes. Do you want to maybe you introduce your name?
Yeah. Okay, so you count for me. 1, 2, 3, go.
1, 2, 3, go.
Hello everyone. My name is Namwa Emily.
My name is Harishon Aseka.
All right. Nianze upya. Should I start from the beginning or like?
And like if you had to estimate how many machines or like innovations do you think you've made over your whole life?
Wow, I cannot tell. So many machines.
You don't know Bernard, he's from Tanzania. He's the rural father of local innovations in Africa.
Today the sun came late, so sometimes it's too hot.
How does it work? Very hot.
Yeah, very hot.
You've tried? Andrew?
So the design process, you see, like there's a part which we call it learning, imagine, creating, and testing. The whole idea is to keep our kids growing up knowing everything is possible if you want to do. Emil, habari?
Nzuri, habari, unaniona?
Sana. So as you see, this is the water pump. So we want some people like this. You guys come.
Can it be made? Yeah, can it be made?
You normally bought this from China or England or India. But it's something even if us as Ugandans or Tanzanians, we can make it. What do you think about that? Even from that time to today, we are still using the D-Lab materials to train people.
Gharama ni nini?
Yeah, to eliminate losses, but also to keep record.
It can help to predict the price of the product.
It can help to predict the price of the product.
Kitu kimoja itagharimu shilingi 2,000 mwishoni. Je, sasa sisi hiyo ni gharama ya kila kitu. Sisi tunataka tuweke shilingi ngapi? Kwa sababu tutakuja kujifunza baadaye namna ya kuweza kujua bei ya kitu.
Before coming here, we started to design this, and when we arrived here, as instructors told us we must design with the boxes so can see the features of our project.
And now I see like my dream is coming true because I know some number of people who are now running the companies and they have technology which are almost helping Tanzanian communities. So I feel proud because my dreams now is coming true.
Habari za asubuhi. My name is Johnson Jaka. Together with Mr. Eric, we are part of Inventors. Our biggest challenge currently is actually going to the mass production phase, because now we have quite a good number of orders that need to be addressed, and now we are looking for manufacturing partner but also financing partner to make sure we can take our project to a mass market. We're building a much better way to transport goods in African cities. Like it's an electric cargo bike that also, in addition to being super cheap to operate, doesn't produce the CO2 emissions that are associated with how we currently transport goods in urban areas. We heavily use motorbikes and sometimes like small vans. With petrol motorbikes, majority of the cost goes on to paying for fuel itself, and electric mobility came as a really feasible solution for that.
It's gonna be loud, so.
Did I show you what we used for welding before? Before we got that, now we have like two welding helmets. On the first prototype we used this. This is the Vision Pro I was telling you about.
Apple stole our name. Yes.
Okay, so when I was young, I always dreamed myself as somebody who will be like building different things. Okay, not different things, vehicles to be specific. But like I never had somebody to really guide me on what specific skills should I acquire to be able to do that. But yeah, thanks to the internet though. Because if it wasn't for the internet, then I don't know how would it have been.
So our approach has been like we build a prototype, we launch it to market and actually test with customers. While also just studying how currently logistics system works, there's very little utilization of digital tools, at least to improve on efficiency, but also improve on service, like accessibility of the service.
Mimi kwa jina naitwa Veronica, jina lingine ni Mbuga Saba. Karibu sana.
Like, I can dream a lot. Like, I can visualize things, I can design stuff, and Eric could build stuff. And then we had the other aspect of the business that also needed to be worked on, like the software side, but also the IoT hardware, for example, that also needed to go on the bike. And with that, we tried. Yeah, it was too much. Like, for a team of just 2 people, like really trying to get all these things going.
This was the first design of the charging station. Yosia, sijakuoneshaga nani. Zelo haba.
Yo, that was more simple. But I think, okay. Wait, you.
Ipi?
That's so cute.
It is aga kwa SketchUp.
Kwa SketchUp. So big.
After nightmare.
After nightmare?
We're trying to pioneer a new solution, which in our case, the least we had is how just things are being done currently.
Before Greenfoot, I used to run the design studio and the print shop, and also we make a furniture making shop. Yeah, so it okay. I mean, it was cool, quite okay. It was quite good, but then after some time, it just became too repetitive. Like, it's the same type of work, and you don't get to use as much of what you think you're capable of.
Habari.
Habari.
How are you?
Fine, how are you?
Welcome back.
It's good to be back.
Yeah. How are you?
Good.
I'm Mr. Leonard.
Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
So we started making progress on that with the MQTT system. So, and the idea is that you can have many clients and like many bikes and many sensor data information that's coming. So you have like one server that's like talking to all these things. That's why this like works for IoT devices.
Apparently, like, a lot of different libraries only support like either Wi-Fi or this or that. So I think I was looking for one that like was better fitted for our use case, which is like we wanted to cellular data, and we also want to have like a custom MQTT server. So I think I found one. Right now I'm trying to make it work.
We'll work on the electronics and the wiring stuff.
Yeah. So I will work on the motor bracket.
Yeah, and then all 3 of us will just build the trike when it comes time.
Yeah. So he figured out that we have to connect the power, the positive wire, the battery, to to the yellow wire on the controller, you already see progress on the first few hours. How's that? Yeah, teamwork. Yeah.
Okay, so where we're at right now is that I have a little web app that takes information from that same ESP GPS sensor, and then displays like the current location of that sensor on like a map using some OpenStreetMap API. So what we're gonna do, because now I have it like updating so that every few seconds it'll like refresh the website so you can look at the live location. What Antonia's going to do is going to go for a little walk for me around Arusha, and I'm going to be looking at his current location, and I'm just doing this to make sure that it's updating in real time. Plane start off here, and then after like, you know, a couple seconds it would like jump like an inch over on my screen, like it would start here, and then it jumped here, and then it would jump here, and then it jumped here, and then it jumped here, and I was like, I can't stop imagining it or if it's actually moving.
Disconnected. Everything hold on. I think someone. I think someone
That's cool. Did you learn this in school or?
Most of this is myself, like from YouTube and other things. Most of it. Some like basics of electronics and other things, which are the basis of everything. Most of it from school.
I never like saw even a computer until it was, I think, 2020. I'm always like in a position like I always believe like technology can change people, can change lives of people.
So it's part of.
Okay, what I think that is like publishing some data from this device to MQTT. Also, the GPS, I can now take its location, also figure out the speed and only those things currently. Yeah.
It's a system for riders. Is this for riders? Is this for others?
Yeah, so I guess we started thinking like that we were gonna make a like IoT hardware sort of system to integrate with the bike, building on what the team last year made. But then I think we learned that Yosia and Elias had designed their own PCB, which looks great. So we transitioned a bit to figuring out like the different components they have on their board. Juan started working on the GSM and the like, location data, and I was trying to figure out load cell amplifiers and the accelerometer.
Hardware is like a very long curve until you see effort being rewarded. A lot of times a lot of the simple stuff, it's easy to do, but it's not really useful. And if you want to actually do useful stuff, it's like a massive like learning curve that you gotta get through.
I guess before we were getting like the temperature data here, like it would just print out like temperature, this Fahrenheit in Celsius, and I plugged in the load sensor and it stopped printing that out. So yeah, I need to figure that out.
No, wait. Alright. Go. I'm on the side.
At least all of this land at one point was covered by figs. By the will of Allah, this will become that.
This is so nice.
I think this is very nice when you put it in your rhino cage. So it consumes very little amount of water.
So the holes are here on this.
I'll show you, there's another one here. So maybe if you come from this.
Oh my God, the people innovating the green.
Amy.
Eh?
Habari.
Hello. How are you? Fine, well done. Hey. And you people, let me tell you what the human mind can do. Don't underestimate the human mind. Me, I've seen things from CCB. I've seen children, I've seen refugees innovating. I have seen Ugandans innovating, and I'm like, you people. It is a 5-day curriculum. But after the 5 days, you have a first working prototype. After 2 weeks, you have a real machine. Where are you going to find that? Even in schools, they don't teach that. Hot. And people are like, oh, how do you even manage staying in a refugee camp? No, I am in the right place, you people. So I am just so passionate about CCB, and I would give anything to do this for the rest of my life. Okay, and finally here we are. This is our signpost soon, directing us where our innovation center is. 600 meters from this road, you're going to find the innovation center where all the work takes place. Yeah, So Kulika Uganda, Invepi Innovation Center. So this innovation center is in Invepi. Come with me. I think before I go inside, this is the grinding mill from village 20. So they had brought it back because it did not have this. They were just sitting in the air, so we have fixed this. This one here, they brought it back because they had broken here and they needed the rounder pipes. So we had to replace these hollow sections with round pipes. We also attached these. It was a bit challenging because of you can't weld this directly to here. Hi.
Honorable. Hi Lulu, meet Honorable Emily Namoya, the upcoming women MP for Terego East. Honorable Emily Namoya. Yeah.
So this is when we were listing our problems at home, when we were listing projects. So someone said the briquette machine. So instead of having a big briquette machine, you can start with this small one. If it makes some money for you, you can then make a bigger one. Is that okay? Mm. Okay, so this is how it is. I'm going to also tell you how to mix this binder. Mix the charcoal dust with the cassava flour. But if you want to also do business in briquettes, then I'll also tell you how to mix it, where you add some. Calm down. Yeah, even if you hit like 5 times, you don't have to die.
Are we all accommodated?
Nice one.
Did you have a good teacher in your life?
Emily, a good teacher.
Cricket is a good enterprise. How much do they sell? Cricket? A kilo is for 1K. How am I going to buy? Charcoal is very expensive. Charcoal is expensive. Now you buy, you see, like charcoal for 1,000, then you buy briquettes like 1 kilo. Tell you the struggles of a woman. When you're making a documentary, make sure you put that. What have I done? Okay, Papa. Papa there. Papa there. Papa there. I think CCB is the way to go. Imagine this person is given, and these people are just given skills, woodwork, metalwork, grinding, welding, simple basic skills. Imagine this person is taken through all the electronics. And you know, you people,
That's how it's supposed to work.
And electronics appear to me as a new thing. You know, normally when something is new, you look at it as unique and you see a lot of opportunities in them because you have never seen them before.
In the cases like tuko koyana motarki tunarbokata.
Yes, tips, we have very many tips here. Maybe when you are just inside sleeping and someone will come and push your motorcycle at night, and sometimes even in the community, tips are coming and install goats and these motorcycles, very many, even in Iluruja somewhere.
They are inside now. No, I'm saying if you own the bike and you lose your bike, then what happens to your life?
Your life will be in a challenge.
Why and how?
And this is the way you are surviving. You get the money on it.
For Boda Boda?
Yeah.
Okay. What are things you already do to prevent your bike from being stolen?
Yeah.
Anyone can.
Most time inside we keep it maybe on a double lock where you lock the
wheel,
lock the
wheel.
tire, the wheel and the other system and the neck.
Yes, so you lock the neck.
Yeah, that's most time what.
And what's the second lock?
You
put the wheel here, lock double.
So is it something you install externally or it is?
No, just buy the lock.
It comes with the bike.
Just lock the lock, then you lock it separately.
Oh, separately.
Yes.
So you buy it. Yeah. So you're already paying for it.
Yeah, that one now it is now to you to take the risk, yeah. Yeah, for your security.
How much are you paying for it?
Others
are 15.
Okay.
I'm a motorcycle repair by profession.
This is mechanical troubleshooting. Troubleshooting, we don't use any other machine to find out problems, but we use our eyes and then our hands to touch on areas that have faults. We use our ears to hear where a problem comes, and then we also use our eyes to see where the problem is. Me, I'm someone who likes to always be with the community and also give the community what I have. Basically, this is a nice place that keeps the youth in one place, and we normally advise ourselves, talk about good things, hopeful things in the future. We talk about importance of hands-on work, discouraging them from these other things, criminal acts and so on. When we started the trainings on the ICT, I'm taken by surprise that there are some people also in towns, they do not know what is taking place right now, but in the camp there are things happening. So for us who have got the opportunities when you have come like this, we need to do a lot. We need to build our minds, and we take these same innovations to develop our country. We saw in our community the refugees,
the host community, people cry just because their motorcycles are taken when they go for evening adventures, when they go to, just like even in funeral places where you park your bike, you find your bike is gone. Okay. There are still some problems with this circuit. If you happen to raise the motorcycle, there are some sounds that are coming. We were looking at ways of how these sounds can be eliminated. And again, we had been using a button to switch it off and on. But we looked at the button as if it can easily be discovered by thieves. The way it works does not make us happy. We needed more knowledge so that it will be added, and then we go back for our businesses.
So, this workshop is an ICT workshop. This is not a basic course because we know that everybody here at least knows how to use a computer. This is basically a controller that will help you control whatever you need to control and also read at the same time. So this is what you will learn. And this will help your technology do many different things, whatever things that you want to do. Okay?
So this is essentially carrying electricity between components. So we're going to use these wires to connect all of the other things in your box together. If you have seen a previous MIT run ICT training, you might have seen if you have the LED lighting up and you guys are good, give it to a different person.
Now, what is the intention? Exactly, is it to, only for it to function like this?
Oh, that's interesting, yeah.
Are we supposed to put it
I think with Sanjana's, the push button will switch. When you push, then it turns the LED on. But with yours, I'm seeing
goes off.
when you switch, it goes off. But we can try to understand why. So the electricity always takes the path of least resistance. Resistor has resistance, button has no resistance. So when we push the button, this is now the easiest way, not through the LED.
Okay.
So remember, pin 13 goes to the bulb. Pin 2 goes to the switch. You remember that? Yes. Positive to positive, remember. Good. Good.
Right, and you upload your code. Two things are going to happen. The first thing is this setup is going to run. So everything inside of these brackets is going to run one time. Right? Do you remember this? Awesome. Does that make sense?
This is my code, by the way, so you know. So I'm communicating it from the phone to the computer. I'm telling it I'm Emily, but through code.
So, okay.
I'm becoming a computer genius.
Keyboard.
High five.
1900. Things to do with decoding, we used to hear from people what, but at least today we can do it practically, like here, and see things on the screen, do them on the small phone. So interesting.
Signal output, data transmission. That is the secondary point. Now they're coming to the secondary.
So instead of pressing a button, you now use the remote. And this remote is your own. You can go with it in your pocket to wherever, whether you're going to a restaurant or what, you just go with it. And we are so excited because we have already added something. Yes.
Well, yes, thank you all again for being here for our final presentations for the Beyond ICT workshop. We also have facilitators from Kulika. If you're from Kulika, you can raise your hand. Yeah, there's a couple. And then we also have facilitators from YSAT. If you're from YSAT, can you raise your hand? Awesome, thank you so much. And thank you again for UNHCR for attending today. We have Paul, we have Maji, and we have Solan. So thank you for joining us.
attractive kind of a display.
So out of which our group came with the challenge of theft, and specifically we looked at motorcycle, because that was the most affecting in our area. So we left it open simply because for demonstration. We are supposed to close, and again, this thing is supposed to.
Well, this is of interest because there is a lot of theft. We had stopped putting our alarm because we are paying monthly.
Oh, subscription.
We are paying monthly, it was too much, and we are monitoring. Anyway, the cost, because of the cost, we stopped with the bikes. Because at the end, after 1-2 years, the amount for alarm is almost the amount of half the bike. 2-5 years, So work on this, modify, then we can start.
How much the challenges may be, I promise this project will not go down. It will not.
Collect along.
But mango now there is a lot of work.
Troops are stationed. It's also the residence of the vice president. The UN compound in the city also came under attack. The city is now on lockdown. Hundreds of civilians have reportedly fled.
I call upon all our citizens not to panic, but to go back to their homes. Those who have vacated their homes should go back to their homes so that they stay there.
We need it to be history, and a history that should be recognized in Uganda up to South Sudan.
Because me, I don't know how long we are going to be here. When things are still like that in South Sudan, there's no hope of going back. So we need to settle ourselves completely. Because when we when we were coming at first, we were like, we shall be here for a short time after that, and then we go back. But now years are going, years after years. We are already 80 years here. And yet it was an issue we believed to have happened within some months, we go back. But now 80 years, who knows, we might even be here more than all these years. So it's better to do something. Oh, this one is broken. It's better we just settle ourselves and start living life as if we are people from here.
So thank you so much for joining the call today. We wanted to talk about, what we should do to move this project forward for the next couple of months.
The past 2 weeks, we tried to work on some circuits. This is a Bluetooth, and then the other one is a RFID card.
Yes, so for now, we're just still in the prototyping stage, user testing. So just use the regular Arduinos to do the testings. Doesn't matter if you put tape around it to test it, we just want to make sure it works, yeah. And this is what we want to create.
Great.
If a regulator or alarm or something goes wrong, we want to make sure that we have that option of unplugging it and plugging it back in, a new part, so we can easily fix it locally. So for me, you know, I was a more product designer, you know, for the longest time. Right now it's blue, basically meaning that the content is cold, but you can also change the shape of it so it becomes like a conventional shape lamp. And I came across this book called Design for the Other 90%. And in one of the chapters, it talked about MIT D Lab and then the methodology that they use. I knocked on the door at D Lab, and they basically invited me to send an application to IDDS, International Development Design Summit. And that was such an eye-opening moment for me. I truly believe that we are all born with a creative mindset. And it just like kills me sometimes that people are not seeing this.
And then like if we I need to observe this.
Yeah, but I think the better days are the magical, I don't know. Yeah. The exciting days are coming. They're ahead of us.
So back to the question you asked about, how's the innovation landscape? Yeah, so the innovation landscape, I would say, is vibrant, and thank God we have Twende, and we're looking forward to having more Twendes where we'll reach more people, not just the few thousands that we've had here. We need millions of people going into the pipeline.
I use my brain, I use my hands to do things for myself, for my family, for people who need support. I just use my brain and my hands to do everything.
There's a match, you just like.
I'm so happy.
Yeah, and from that time up to today, most of my activity is like designing and making things.
Wait, let me record it.
And we transform Africa together. No, no, no. Hello, everyone.
Can you hear it?
Right, okay. You can start then now.
Okay, you start here. Here, you press record. Yes, press.